Oh yeah, talking point platform, TTPTV. Oh yeah, Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Yes, family, and welcome back to yet another very important segment we they come through the Talking Point platform. These are the program Komon-Tok. We get four main items for can discuss. First, the mayor union where parliament don't summon the mayor Yvonne Akisoya for making Gogi account of certain allegations regarding the 2019 audit report. And secondly, we also get the viral video they make rounds at the social media where the bank governor claims say in waste 68 million loans for bribes Sierra Leoneans. And we also get in the program the splits where they inside the SLPP party, where as a result of the investigation will lead to the death of one member. And finally, in the program, magistrate courts Namagorka don't sentence one young man to 6 months for tell the vice presidency in a lie. All these and more, you also get the opportunity for send you text message here, and this program they also you can also watch on live now YouTube at TPP Leon. On stay tuned, we can quickly and try for analyze these issues quickly.
Talking point platform for news every day now we country alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TPTV. We got enough Tanga one. Like a big quantity, we breeze not a shit. TTPTV.
Yes, family, when I welcome back. Just like what we tell now in the program, let me start first thing first from the mayor. The Freetown City Council, the municipality, they head by the mayor, Yvonne Akisoya. This 9 day in charge for see that Freetonians and get the basic necessities, beautify the city, make life easy. And as a result, this now an act of parliament in 2014 and 2004 where the government of Salone be decentralized. In other words, if you want to be checked back then, everything be just center on the central government. We're not going to do everything. In a democracy, this enough for be because the work will be very heavy for one person, for one body, for one institution, or for one segment, or for one area for like just man the affairs of the entire country. So now that make when they bring calm these issues of decentralization, a lot of people are sitting at the right track because when we decentralize the government, the central government, they give delegation, they give power, authority to other subordinates for make they able to help push the country in development one. Therefore, inside the central government, inside the Freetown City Council, the municipality, they also get councillors that would support the mayor for at least they able to do a good delivery service. And this not can just be like for nothing. A huge money they come where governments they pumping, donors and they pumping, other Soriat organization and can support. And we know so anytime money there are some kind of yuki or dabaru business, particularly in Salon, must take place. We know they talk anything against the mayor for say we accuse or no. This now it's just like a sort of probe, a sort of inviting irregular can happen. Parliament get the rights. Now, in fact, one of the reasons why they invite parliament, they create parliament, then get right for invite any public official who they receive public funds for go give account or for make them go question why XYZ they happen. So finally, the mayor don't today, as we talk, don't go face parliament on certain allegation and how he use the money, especially on the audit reports for 2019. This not even 2020. So, I mean, we look at this very, very, very tense situation. But again, we always say we parliamentarians, they're so weak, they're so selfish and weak, because since when this report come out, we'll not even talk about 2018, but a report is still in a parliament. Parliament no debate, nothing now, no make no action. 2019, I know, nine is still they talk about too. 2020, nine not even pull itself. The auditor general just began pull the 2020 report, audit report, where they get and President Bio decide for suspender. So if we parliamentarians sometimes for all the 60 million world work allowance, fuel allowance, $500 million loans, motor carry get all them privileges that then get the getter. You can ask what kind of job are they doing for the ordinary people and for Sierra Leoneans? Because if not get a budget, I mean, if not get a report since 2019, now they pick one issue. But then when you analyze, you do a deeper analysis, you will answer maybe not because of silver blinding in audio, where he alleged say the mayor he gets some yuki business what they do na the municipality, and we all know say Sylvia blinding and the mayor then get beef, very serious beef. Why now? Very quickly, once this video is, once this audio of Sylvia blinding is out, now that time they will see then government, parliament, they invite the mayor. Yeah, we know say yes, now the rights of parliament and anything, but many issues, and then that 2019 budget, auditor report, where massive amount of billions of loans being lost. I will not see anything, any credible investigation, will not see anything come up by that particular report today. And that makes sometimes, even when you talk about this audit report, you go and look at it, probably not just a waste of time. Because with all the recommendation, with all the findings of the audit service, when it can do the entire year, in the table and before parliament, because the auditor subjected answerable to parliament. Parliament not can act upon it in any way, because since 2018, 2019, 2020, we don't know about it. We not see anything substantial where parliament don't do. So sometimes when we look at the politics or the play at the country, the politics of deceitful politics, the politics of let's say the clan-based thinking politics about party, about protecting each other, this is wrong. Wrong. We therefore call how he hit the name. Now the simple basic definition of what in parliament they do. Then they play with the people's mind. Then they play with the people's future. We not see the effectiveness of parliament in many areas. Areas that waiting for Komon-Tok, we not see them in the Komon-Tok. Areas we don't see them for put strength, we not see them put their strength. Then trust see don't like boom. But again, if you ask the opposition, it will say the ruling party not they give them the wherewithal. In other words, not they give them the playing field for make them do the right thing, or for make them even play their role. But again, you go and argue why, even if they not you the role, the media did. And get the media, explain what is happening with the people, explain what is happening with the audit report. Since 2019, we haven't had any substantial investigation. We not see anything where government and parliament don't do. If some of them say no kind of social media, now the thing is well on the ask me with parliamentarians and even some of the government officials. If issue no kind of social media, if you don't gain the attention of public, even of the substance of high quality substance, and they tend for ignore. So this issue of parliament inviting the mayor today, where they depend questioner, where they can try to gather the evidences and the details. Hopefully tomorrow we carry that special segment there, and also in the program tomorrow we also bring the indictment of the one-time flag bearer, winner Dr. Samura, where the ACC inviter. Now let's move on to the next part, the next segment. Now, when they talk about fiscal policy, fiscal discipline, when they talk about money not in the country, when they talk about angry, when they talk about hardship, when they talk about prices and go up, but we give people the authority for make them at least they manage the affairs of the country. So at the end of the day, at least We know they say for live like America. We know they say like for live like European, but just the basic what you would get for let them manage and well. Me, I feel very bad. A lot of people also feel very bad for let the bank governor. They come publicly on air. They say there was $68 million. Not only also 68 million. This, if not any advanced country, a probe for don't take. Parliament are they roll this. Parliament now how they roll this. Where immediately after the statement here, therefore don't invite the bank governor. But you can explain who again the authority for make the waste $68 million. This not to me say. Now, in fact, the bank governor, the bank governor, it be the answer or it be the go to it be the talk to a parliamentarian directly about the redenomination of the loan where this come out. You know, sometimes I don't know if in a slip of tongue or if in a yake, I mean the things that what they do to the ordinary person and so on. Anyway, I don't want to talk for I want to not listen. I know a lot of people that don't listen this, but let's bring Canada because we're not gonna rest. We will make this issue very serious because $68 million, not a small money. For let one person can't tell we say we waste $68 million for bribe people and for bringing the loans. This is at rendering where the many millions of Sierra Leoneans and they go to bed hungry. Millions of Sierra Leoneans they don't get electricity. Millions of Sierra Leoneans they don't get water. Good water no they. We don't talk about the roads here. We talk about just the basic, the lights, the food. Basic things there. $68 million can do a lot for the country. Take a look and listen to the gentleman what he
said. Forget Leon's where he said this on the losses government.
We wasted $68 million to bribe people who were hoarding loans to bring it into the banking system. And we spent $68.5 million that did a lot of good in this country, stabilized it, so that in this country now, you have rice. You go to Liberia, even to find rice, you can't. The point here then is, I ask myself, we have worked so hard during the past 2 years to build reserves for this country. Is it going to be sustainable for us to keep bribing people who take loans, and when we bribe them, they bring the loans and they take it back, then we have to bribe them again?
All right, Fambula, I don't get enough from the horse's mouth. That was bank governor where they say they use $68 million for bribe people and for make them bring in the loan. I mean, if not any developed country, if not any serious country, for the fact that the bank governor, where they're in charge of state resources, is coming out publicly and saying that they wasted. And also, he said they wasted $68 million. I think in this case was investigation for don't take place. Or then put her aside, then try for investigate. Or in some other cases, we say shame, integrity, people are with them. They resign. Or if not any serious government, the bank governor they step aside because you don't lost public trust because nobody not put you. I don't see here some of the arguments to somebody put what it mean, we say waste, just I mean this is not educated man, not to say na any kind Jack and Jill, not to say na full man. You know what they talk? $68 million is gone. It's been wasted. So what we go do as Sierra Leoneans? We will continue for just clap for them people. When you bring down some of the issue, it can be partisan. People and say, this is not SRPP, they not make so the support. This is not APC, these are the simple tricks of people and they do for divide. When they divide and create confusion, this are not look in name, look in son name, this is not Kagbo, this are massacre. If we not come together, we'll not try for pick the fish from the bone, pull the bone from the fish, we get actually waiting we as Sierra Leone we stand for, we'll continue for fight ourselves, we'll continue for disagree aggressively in a point that the benefit only the benefit the benefits we will only benefit then the politicians. This is exactly what the politicians want us to do, keep fighting each other, keep arguing each other, keep telling ourselves, Mende, Timni, Otona, West. I mean, just like this, creating. But if we are serious enough about our monies being used in this kind of way, I mean, who again the authority? We don't say now government appointer, but if you want to use short money, officer, Parliament Day, people of Sierra Leone Day, other means than day. I mean, you know what? Just say you go use one any solution, any problem at the world, you don't get one solution. Any problem at the world, you don't get one solution. You get multiple of solution. Yes, there was a problem where it's a people in the odd Leon. If people were odd in the Leon and the bank governor be say money not in at the bank. Money not the absolute. People like can put, if you put 20 million, go take 5 million and they give 1 million. Money not there. But when you check again what's happening about money that they lost billions of loans like that, these are all part of people's money because the commercial banks say when they get this money, part of when they go to the central bank. And government officials say they get access to the money there, take people their money. So you the ordinary person now, when you put the money in a bank where you go take your money, you know they meet money again. Money not there, then go just give small. So these are one of the issues there. So if money not be there at all, instead of the bank governor, they take salary reserve. Can you imagine salary reserve? 68 million out of salary reserve is being wasted. And yet still people, and they will not even flinch about that. People are not even talk about that, you know. Only very few people and they talk, it's very serious. 68 million, I feel say this are the time where Salon people and for pay attention to the kind of people they will be voting for. For a public official, they can say we wasted $68 million. This now a daylight robbery. For me, I feel very, very shameful for even let them what they come up from this gentleman. I mean, so family, this issue will not go just happen like this. We go counter intermittently. Each time we get a program, we'll remind Sierra Leoneans about the type of people the way we give the governance system, how then they manage the resources. One, I don't get this one. Now we move on to the next one. Now, from what we understand, a lot of Muna don't they follow this. There is a split in the SLPP as investigation rolls over the death of one party member. Most people don't they follow up this news. So the ongoing investigation related to the murder were involved the current national chairman of the Sierra Leone People's Party, Dr. Prince Alex Addy. Now, the reports say because of this investigation, it don't cause split because two people and two companies now. One company say, now this is an allegation, but because investigation they go, let Dr. Prince Addy step aside. After the investigation, if they exonerate her, he can come back and take him in position. Other people and they say, no, let he did it because the investigation they concluded already. But it depends on the camp where you stand. The people where they say let Prince Addy come out, then they fear say because of imposition, very powerful position in the SLPP, it go probably use in power, in resources, in connection for it tamper with investigation. Therefore, then they ask for let go. So this don't become a very tense situation. Some people they want let go because now opportunity for them, and so on and so forth. So we go follow up and try to see exactly how this go lead, and we go we know which for work let disunity then at any part of the country because a political party, if you know unite, particularly a ruling government, they're not able to focus. We as Sierra Leone, we are patriots. We are not looking for problem. We're not supporting conflict, but we are just trying at least for less sanity prevail. So having said that, let's move to the next one. This is very interesting. Now, why this interesting? Now, Magborka, the judiciary of Sierra Leone don't sentence the magistrate courts of Magborka don't sentence one man for 6 months last Wednesday. Now the Tonkolili district. Now, one of the police say the reason why they sentenced this man to 6 years, one ila. Now, because the vice president Biguna Moaboka, they address youth them. Now, in this gentleman gap and talk say all what the vice president they say it a lie. It a lie. Una no listener. It the kaya for come full salon people. The kaya for come full the youth there. So this be actually anger the security officers. Then they manhandle this man. They arrest her. This man was charged to court for insulting, according to them, insulting the vice president insulting, attempting to create public disorder and all other disorderly behavior. Then sentence her for 6 months. This is the kind of country we are now. Now, let's take the one. Yeah, let's take this one text where they come up from Yusuf A. Yila. We say all the speech made by the bank governors is not relevant as state bank governor, a mess to the country and a failed in leadership. It should be dismissed. Yeah, a lot of people were saying the same thing. They are echoing the same thing. If the bank governor is coming out publicly and saying we wasted $68 million, a country when I do not live in country, if the one that when they give me money self outside the really stock, they are the one. Because the donors and the money that they give it now from other their own country, taxpayers' money in their own country, they take, then give it for run real country. So if we not able to manage real money, though, we then give it 60 and we take $68 million and waste that. As if we not get other options then for make let people and bring kind money. Now the point is there must be other options there where the bank governor for we don't utilize for let people and take the money they wouldn't say they keep now the oaths count in a bank rather than bribing like I allege. Now, so now we move. So the vice president be the talk now Magboka where this gentleman grab and talk against the vice president, and as a result, the sentence in court, then sentence 6 months after a short proceeding, and not even get a chance for represent. You're not even a representative. But again, the issue is one of the arguments to people employ and say we need for respect to leaders. We need for respect to leaders. We need for show them and say yes, indeed, they are appreciated because they are managing the affairs of the country and so on and so forth. But look, if we respect, I agree to those people where they say we need for respect to leaders. Me not a support for make them disgrace or embarrass or even disrespect anybody, whether you be a leader or not. Respect to leaders, and this time a lot of people. This gentleman was arrested, he was prosecuted, he was sentenced to 6 months because he failed to respect authorities. The vice president and the second gentleman of the country, he was on, he make a speech to youth there, this man comes and not listen and know this is life partner. But again, you want to ask the question, are these guys respecting the ordinary people? The people that we will vote for, are they respecting ordinary people? They are not respecting people. People and they go, responsible people and they get their wives, then get their homes there, where someone don't work, someone don't learn, someone even inside they work. Look, this and then there's there we see even people who they work for government, they owe them 3 months, 6 months. If one of them are the leadership, people who don't not to the animal work, the one who get work now, they work for the government, to not able to get payments. If person not able to bring can food now in home, how the person will get respect to him family, to him picking it. And when they talk about if the we don't see, we know they say this for happen. We don't see in our France, we know they compare, but sometimes you need for compare. We don't see we don't see one guy slap Macron, the president of France, because he said he lied. He slap her. What's happy? They don't kill her. If not salon, they kill her. If not salon, they kill her instant. They jail her. What's he doing? Then prosecute her. They left him back. Of course, yes, basic talk commodity. Now, this man just say they lie. Not even slap the president. Not even yourself. And if you look at the promises there, they say, no, enough for tell big man say they lie. What about if you can't talk? If just like what they can say, when somebody pull, thief man with pickpocket na pizza, they say that thief man. But when somebody sit on our government, in our office, a thief, then they say na corruption. Thief na thief. Any kind thief na thief. Now, if many times we don't see the vice president himself don't talk about this bakery, they even go make turn the sword. They say that they can begin make tapalapa flour in the country. It not come to pass. Tell me, if somebody can like this not a lie? Not a lie? Tell me. Now, yeah, Babadara, don't see. Yes. Just to try what happened, you bring kind of text, what happens to the French president. Yeah, this is not just a small connection because at one time the president they visit some section of the country where a gentleman attempts, like say they greet the president, they slap her. When the interviewer is say Macron, the president of France, lie by them, waiting he promised and manifesto in Odwa. So the anger and slapper. It didn't have the news all over. It didn't have BBC everywhere. You can check her out anyway down. Okay. Now, what would they say? The vice presidents don't talk to the crowd bakery. And this is not the first time these guys are promising or even making bogus statements. So if you may I tell you that they give money or they bring job for you or they do something, if you are not doing, not to lie, don't lie. If I not come for can explain, because this guy they will never even explain. Look at the bridge they say they count the bill, the Lunga Bridge. They'll not even talk about it because this is how they take Sierra Leonean for granted. People and they get job. People, Sierra Leoneans in the way where they work for the government. Someone they go there 3 months, 4 months, they pay them. Not to me say, take a look at even the Seattle workers, the way they strike, where they may even accuse the president in border Steve Bio not agree pay them for months then now where they don't work. Take a listen to this.
We're not listening to nobody. We're not listening to nobody. We're not listening to nobody. Forget about that.
We're not listening to nobody.
Okay, family, that's these are government workers. They are not protesting for their monies. Imagine somebody don't work, getting family. I mean, it's painful. And how you look at her. When I talk about the one will not get job, but the one way government employ that they are not receiving their salaries. And yet somebody they say the vice president they lied, they all are their sentence unto 6 months. Now they got the courts Namaboka finding the president and told and either I pay 300,000 euros when I like $30 or you go 6 months. So one of Infambul paid the $30 when I like 300,000 and then bail him from the correctional facility inside a bookkeeper. These are the kind of country we don't find ourselves. I want to take this last text before we go. It come up from George Orwell who said, "This is the problem of our country. Donald Trump was told that he lied and nothing wrong to the people that spoke, while sending the young man to jail for telling the VP that he lied. And when he lied, these guys are settling bad precedent for the country. The president and his vice president are pathological liars, and people should voice that to caution them that the people are not fools anymore." Just like the children in Kono when they shout out the president that no light and no rice had gone highway. So yeah, guys, this is it. I see no need for let somebody go jail. I see no need for let them find somebody for tell the president and even the president or the vice president say they lie. Just imagine lie. Sometimes we're not able to understand. We're not able to understand. There's small tier, they breed conflict. There's small tier, they create hatred. There's small tier, they impede growth. There's small tier, it affect good governance for freedom of speech. That make people like the late Chijan Kaba, we still celebrate them because even when people like the musician and we take all man, they sing against them, people and push and advise him. And then people, remember they disrespect you, say no. He said, "Me then sing. What's not gonna bush?" Then cause the president, then because and this all he left there. The same thing happened when Ernest Biden had power. At least people enjoy freedom of speech. A lot of people have restrictions. Raheem the Wizard, them Emerson there. In fact, Emerson they put song there every year they put song. But now they eat again because people are afraid. People are afraid. People are afraid simply because, I mean, they send us to Germany in a power. Even though a civilian, but a soldier man had to get, so nobody know I'm trying. And if we say we're afraid, people will give power, not to the Ambogu self. And they're afraid we. Those people that we give power, we entrust the leadership to manage the affairs of the country, they should be the one to be afraid of us because we get the power, we can take the power at any time from them. And that made this particular election there will be a decisive, very, very thorny and a very contested election because many Sierra Leoneans there, they don't wake up. Yes, of course, we still get the full one there where we say, even though some man they go home, the for it. Some man they sleep angry. Na guy some man they eat, but because in papa or in mama or in forefather they don't tell us say that this party day, any told them do not come up behind them. I mean, these are people the way they insult their intelligence. Why? Well, we get them, but we get them from both sides. We get them from both sides. These are the real problems of the country. Believe me, if we are sincere about moving our country forward, if we are sincere about uniting ourselves, fighting for the common good, fighting for the basic necessity, believe me, it takes us just 1 year. 1 year. Believe me, the guys, they listen. If we unite, and also that we all unite, of course, there is nothing like 100%, totality not for the. But if it's 60%, even 60% of the population of Sierra Leone are sincere in their request, are sincere in their demand, they are sincere for pressurize, they are sincere in asking for our basic necessity for how we live a decent life as human being. Believe me, these guys, they have no option but to listen to us. We have to set the precedent. If we give power and not perform, come on, they simple other person they can they instead come. If we pull on they. But if the area where the politicians succeed, now the area of tribalism and the APC SLPP, they miss one side, then try and live for bring religion, but they fail. Because a lot of people, they will not care whether you're a Muslim or a Christian. Christian, they go to mosque. Muslim, they go to a church. We're okay. They don't try for put division within that particular segment, but not succeed. But who said they succeed? Who said they all we now that area of party, SLPP, APC, you're not Timmy, you're not Mende, you're not Northerner, you're not Westerner, you're not Southeasterner. These are the areas that they don't succeed. And they effectively they use them. They effectively they use them for divide and conquer. That make we continue for suffer. But we go wake up. Nothing lasts forever. I believe say Salon people are there on the verge of getting political maturity where you go look person elect and come out the same tribe. Elect na your brother. If they do the wrong thing, tell her na the wrong, tell her na in face. If you person, you papa in party na be APC, you see the wrong, you get for come out and say, this is wrong. And if election come, vote them out. If you papa in party na SLPP, you see say they do wrong. If election come, vote her out because of the right thing. The support party, support the country. Well, once we pull that mentality of taking our heart to our parties, we focus on Sierra Leone, then Sierra Leone will be a bigger country, a better country. Now, okay, probably we'll just go take this last one now, and then we'll say goodbye. Tomorrow we'll get a very interesting program about the ACC indicting Dr. Samura. Now, this one they come on from again. Okay, George will say we should tell these guys that we elected them to develop this country and they are servant to the people, not the other way around. It's been too long. These guys are trampling on our rights. But we are ready to tell them that enough is enough. Yeah, of course, yes. Too much of one thing is good for nothing. Okay, family, we come tomorrow with another very interesting program. And my name is Mohamed Kabwege. Bye-bye.
Talking point platform.